Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have kind of a fun, frugal thing that you can do with your kids for Christmas. We do what we call secret sibling, so kind of a play on Secret Santa. And what I do is I will draw names for each of my kids to buy a gift for each other. Okay? So instead of each of them buying each one of them a gift, so like my oldest buying all four of her siblings a gift, they're only buying one gift for one other sibling. And it makes it really special. And it's kind of this big to do then because they don't know who got their name. And it's just kind of a fun tradition that we have started doing. One cute story with it is that when my second oldest, he got my youngest's name when she was just a little bitty baby. And he was kind of like, Mom, what am I going to get her? Because she was too little for toys and too little for, like all of the other things. And so I took him over to the baby section and he kind of hem-hawed around about it. And then he spotted these adorable little pink and purple socks that had bows on them. And he's like, Mom, they're so cute. I want to get those for her. And I was like, okay. So then every time she wore them until she outgrew them, he would point out, those are the pair of socks that I got for her. Oh, those were such cute socks. Oh, I'm so glad to see her wear those. And it was just the sweetest little thing ever. So it has turned into like this really awesome tradition that we do. Just before Christmas, so I will hide all of these. Just before Christmas, we will wrap them. And by we, I mean the kids get to wrap them. My oldest can obviously wrap them by herself, but the younger ones usually need a little bit of help. My 2-year-old is hilarious because she loves tape. So she will like tape the thing shut. They get to pick out which wrapping paper they want to use and the whole 9 yards. And they just think it's great fun. And then we will open these on Christmas Eve. They get to open their sibling gifts on Christmas Eve because obviously these are Dollar Tree gifts. So they're not like the most amazing things ever. But so they kind of get overshadowed by the more, expensive things that they may get from Daddy and I on Christmas Day. So we do this on Christmas Eve and then they have something special to play with and enjoy on the night before Christmas. So yeah, I'm going to show you what each of my kids picked and try to remember this. I have my list on who got for who. So my 5-year-old got this, for my 13-year-old. And it's just a simple notebook, but he saw it and he thought it was just very mature and very good for her. So that's what he picked. And I thought it was so sweet because he was looking in the toys, but he kept going, oh, I think she'd like this Paw Patrol thing. Or, oh, I think she'd like this car. Or I think she'd like this. And I was like, okay, honey, you're not buying for you. So then let me see here. I'm reverting back to my list. My 2-year-old picked this out for her older brother, and I actually picked it out because he had said that was something that he really wanted. He had hinted it in the store, and I'll kind of explain how we do this like functionally. Then my 10-year-old picked this out for his 7-year-old brother, and I just thought this fits him so well because yeah, he's all boy and that just works. My oldest, so my 13-year-old picked this out for her 5-year-old brother because some of them have some of these already in the car, but they're pretty hard, and this one was kind of an easier one on things to find, and they love these. They're very well used in our car, but she thought this one was a little bit easier for him to be able to find them. And then my 7-year-old picked this out for the 2-year-old. Oh. 3 and up, no big deal. Because she had been eyeballing these. It's just this squishy foam thing. She had been eyeballing the kitty cat, but he thought she needed this one. So how I do this is we will go into the dollar store. All right, toddler interrupt us, sorry. So we will go into the dollar store, and I usually end up having to do this by myself with all of the kids. I will bring either a cloth bag that you can't see through, or I'll just pick up a gift bag from the store. And we'll go in, and I have the kids go into the toy section, and I tell them, okay, this is your person. They know who their person is going in. And I say, okay, you guys walk through the toy section and look at everything. And I want you to say, oh, this looks fun, or oh, I like this, or those kind of things. And so you're thinking about what things you would want and saying it out loud, but then I want you to be listening to what your siblings say they want, okay? So it's that lesson in really listening to each other that will live on when they're married and they need to learn to listen to their husband or wife. So listen to what the other person is saying on what they would like, okay? And then one by one, I will, if you can do it with like your husband or something and send them to another part of the store and call them over one by one, or I usually just wait until like they kind of gradually move through the aisle and they do a really good job of like picking it up and like hiding it under their shirt or kind of like wrapping it around on their tummy or something and making sure that their person doesn't see it. Or I will send them to the next aisle over because my kids are old enough and it's a small store, small town, no big deal. And I'll say, okay, so-and-so come over here and pick out what is it that you want for them. Okay, and some of them have a harder time picking than others. Some of them are like, that's it, problem solved, we're good to go. So, but overall, it just makes for a really sweet experience seeing them get to bless each other in that way. And I'm out, let's see here, 6:25, okay? Not a whole lot of money, but a whole lot of memories made. And they, like, my kids will still talk about 6 months later, oh, this is the, I remember getting this from so-and-so, or, oh, this was the, oh, I gave that to you for Christmas, those kind of things, that they really own it and they really love it. So just a really inexpensive and simple way of letting your kids love on each other at Christmas time without the huge cost of, my husband and I had talked about at one point in time maybe doing something like letting them get on Walmart's website or Amazon's website and pick something out, but then it was going to be like $5 a piece and you were looking at $25 and okay, that eats into the overall budget. So yeah, this is just a really inexpensive way of making some memories with your kids. So yeah, I would love to hear some special traditional things that you guys do, especially with siblings, especially if you have a larger family. What are some things that you do to help your kids make memories at Christmas time that are inexpensive but still fun? Because we are always looking to add new things in. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.